Live from clickorlando.com, News 6 Plus, and WKMG. We're getting results in your neighborhood now at 6:30 p.m.
Now at 6:30, police are searching for the man who shot and killed a worker at a local convenience store. Police say the man was shot and killed over just about $40. Good evening. This is News 6 at 6:30 Getting Results. Thank you for joining us here live on News 6 Plus. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
And I'm Justin Mormouth. This happened just after 9 o'clock last night at the Fast Stop Superette store in Leesburg. News 6's Laverne McGee spoke to the store's owner and police.
Words cannot describe what I feel.
Abdullah can't believe his best friend and business partner was shot and killed at his store Thursday night just after 9 o'clock. This security camera video captures the exact moment 51-year-old Riyad Ray Shihadeh was shot while behind the counter.
Tell us what Ray was like.
A friend, a true husband, a good guy all over. He will take the shirt out of his back to give it to you. And they took him away senselessly.
The Fast Stop Superette in Leesburg is in a safe area, according to Leesburg Police Sergeant Shannon Walsh. She says they've been relying on the public and the video for their investigation.
Relying on technology and different software programs to help us identify this person.
Leesburg police released this photo of the suspected shooter, who was wearing a reddish color hoodie.
How much did the robber get away with?
Less than 100, I promise you. Not even maybe 40. Because he could open nothing but this. Isn't it sad, your life worth $40?
Laverne McGee, Getting Results, News 6.
Just horrible. Another top story tonight, former President Donald Trump vowing to appeal yesterday's guilty verdict in his hush money trial. A New York jury found him guilty on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records.
That's why I mentioned we're up 6 points. And we went up a lot over the last month because everybody saw it was a rigged deal. It was a rigged trial. But we're going to make America great again.
The former president says the trial was unfair. President Joe Biden, on the other hand, says Trump was tried and found guilty among a jury of his peers. The judge could sentence Trump to a probation or a sentence of up to 4 years on each count in state prison with a maximum of 20 years. And this is just one of 4 criminal cases he's facing, but it may be the only one to go to trial before the November election.
Turning now to Orange County as we take a live look downtown Orlando from our Light Orlando Delivering Hope camera. Leaders there have now put in a burn ban because of a lack of rain lately.
We have not had much, and those beautiful blue skies,
dry.
They're nice, but they are dry. Let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells, and we have had a streak of dry days, Tom.
We really have. We picked up about 1/4 inch of rain on Tuesday, but that was only one of 5, count them, 5 days in the entire month of May when it rained. Here's radar right now. No rain on radar, one smoke plume. Down there in Osceola County, our drought monitor continues to grow. It just came out yesterday. We will not get an update on it until next Thursday. Moderate drought for Orlando and points south and east, including all of Osceola and Brevard counties and most of Orange. See this map? Anywhere the color is orange, that was a day above average. Today, we did it again. Our daytime high went to 92. That's 2 degrees above the norm. Currently, we're at 86 degrees in Orlando. The on-the-town forecast for the evening, 83, 81, 78 by 11 p.m. Coming up, I'll take you hour by hour through the entire weekend. We'll talk about when rain chances creep back in, and then when we have a heat index number above 100 again.
All good news. Thank you, Tom. Hey, speaking of good news, tomorrow's June 1st. That is the official start of hurricane season. But are local counties ready?
Yeah, that is the question. Earlier this week, News 6 reporter Catherine Silver got a look at what Orange County was doing to prepare. Today, she went to Seminole County to see how their response has changed since Hurricane Ian.
You're experiencing some flooding in your home?
It's a high-stakes scenario.
Is there anyone trapped?
But it's also a simulation.
We will dispatch a high water rescue unit now.
One of hundreds Seminole County is practicing for ahead of storm season. This is their headquarters when a hurricane hits.
We've all heard that this is going to be a supercharged hurricane season.
Alan Harris is the emergency manager.
We have a lot of lessons learned. Lessons learned from Hurricane Irma just a few years ago, where 75% of the power was out. Hurricane Ian, one of those was points of distribution. We need to put food, water, tarps, other types of commodities in areas that may have a challenge getting to certain location.
We set out from the Emergency Operations Center towards Geneva to show you what else has changed. This is an area we spent a lot of time in after Ian hit because of all of the flooding around Lake Harney. Back then, you couldn't drive on these roads. They were completely underwater. Whitcomb Drive stayed that way for weeks. Families had to use boats to get in and out. We were actually taken through one of the houses here in a boat. This house still has a trailer out front. It's also one of 15 properties that made its way onto a list of mitigation projects last year. Because some homes have flooded over and over again, the county wants to use federal funds to either elevate them or buy them out and demolish them.
Of course, helps us all as insurance companies. More and more, unfortunately, are leaving the state of Florida. We want to prevent that from happening. So if we know that a home is damaged over and over and over again in every storm, let's get them out of the floodplain.
From Lake Harney, we headed to Altamont. It was rivers and creeks that flooded homes here. Look at the difference then and now. Did you see the mailboxes in that video? This is one of them on Little Wekiva Road. The water was about up to here when it spilled out of the river and into this neighborhood. Since then, the county has been clearing out debris from 13 waterways, including the Little Wekiva, so the water can flow naturally. 15,000 tons, 2.5 times what they removed after Irma. From there, we drove to downtown Sanford and the Riverwalk, another example of the recovery after the historic images from Ian. So if a hurricane hit today, tomorrow, Seminole County is ready?
We're as ready as we can be.
In Seminole County, Catherine Silver, Getting Results, News 6.
And speaking of getting ready, the state's disaster preparedness sales tax holiday starts tomorrow. For 2 weeks, you can get much needed items for your hurricane kits tax-free. Hardware and big box stores aren't the only places to stock up on those essentials.
Most people don't think about an auto parts shop for buying hurricane supplies, but you say they should. Why is that?
Absolutely. So we have a large array of supplies. We have generators, we have gas canisters, we have bungee cord.
All right, you heard him say portable generators, gas cans, and stuff to secure your home like tarp are all tax-free. For a full list of items available tax-free during this 2 weeks sales tax holiday, scan the QR code. It will take you to the article on clickorlando.com with those tax-free items listed. And a reminder, the News 6 weather team is helping you get results this hurricane season. Chief Meteorologist Tom Searles and the rest of our Pinpoint meteorologists will tell you what to expect this season and how you can prepare your home and family for any impending storms. Tune in to Weathering the Storm, a News 6 Pinpoint Weather Hurricane Special. It's Monday night at 8 o'clock right here on WKMG.
We're less than a day away from Boeing's first crewed launch from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. The Starliner capsule and ULA's Atlas V rocket on the pad with a launch time of 12:25 tomorrow afternoon. Right now, all systems are go for launch. After a nearly month-long delay, Boeing and NASA saying the Starliner will be ready to send 2 astronauts to the International Space Station for an 8-day mission. Boeing working to prove to NASA its Starliner capsule is the way to get astronauts to the ISS in hopes the agency will certify the spacecraft for rotational missions.
This is a test flight. We know we're going to learn some things. We're going to improve. We know what we have to go do today and have been doing that over the last year. And that plan closes by November to have a certification review with NASA.
The Starliner has flown in the past without a crew, but tomorrow experienced NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams will be on board. Again, liftoff set for 12:25 tomorrow. When it happens, you can count on live coverage before, during, and after the launch on air right here on News 6 Plus, clickorlando.com, and the News 6 YouTube channel.
Well, after a year off, Kissimmee Pride Fest kicks off this weekend. Last year, some Pride events were called off because of concerns about state laws that targeted drag performers. But as organizers told News 6's Jarrell Baker, this year the event is here and bigger than ever.
It's a celebration of love now becoming a tradition in Kissimmee.
You got a lot of stuff over here on the desk.
Yes, we have a ton of really cool things involving all the activations people can come and experience for free.
Hundreds are set to fill the Kissimmee Civic Center this weekend with music, colorful performances, and flowers, all for Pride Fest.
Lotuses represent rebirth and change and growth, so we thought it would be a really cool moment for our community to come out and celebrate whatever growth they've had over the past year.
The city of Kissimmee is hosting the event for its 8th year. Event organizer Kayla Rogers says the event highlights the city's growth and celebrates the LGBTQ community.
I know last year there were some concerns about safety because of some recent things that have happened and tourist events and stuff like that. Are we hearing any of that this time around, or so far are you kind of prepared for that?
We are prepared, so safety is always a concern at all of the city's events. We work with KPD and a few others, security company, to make sure that all the events have tons of safe opportunities for people to enjoy.
This year's Pride Fest features a Lady Gaga tribute band, Kissimmee Queens, food, and more. All the fun kicks off Saturday at noon at the Kissimmee Civic Center.
All right, taking a look now at what's trending on clickorlando.com, and we start with some good news for OUC customers. The Utilities Board approved a 5% cut. In this climate, too, in this economy, we're cutting. I love it.
Yeah.
And that starts in July.
Every bit helps, right? But we know plenty of people are looking for ways to save money. Officials answer what's kind of controversial. Turning your AC off for hours at a time during the hot summer months. Who does that?
For each degree you're able to keep it up above 75, you're going to see a 3 to 5% savings in your total monthly cooling costs.
At what cost? I would say at what cost? I'm willing to pay it.
I'm just going to borrow money. OUC leaders also say not to use your fans. They actually won't do much to keep your home cool, but it will cool you down directly. Fans they just blow around hot air. They just move it from one spot to the other.
It's true. But I love a cut, and I am an OUC customer. So
Yeah. Bring it.
Good stuff. Now to a story that's leaving J-Lo fans here in the City Beautiful a bit disappointed. The singer's summer tour was set to kick off at the Kia Center in less than a month, too. Now that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Jenny from the Block announcing the cancellation in her fan newsletter just a few hours ago. The This Is Me live tour, scheduled to start June 26th, would have been Lopez's first in North America in 5 years. She told fans she was, quote, heartsick and devastated about having to cancel. She went on to say it was to spend more time with her children, her family, some close friends. The news comes amid reports of poor ticket sales for the tour. Also, Lopez and husband Ben Affleck have reportedly been living apart. So she's kind of going through it right now.
Yeah, I think she's just going to take some time and maybe not be on stage performing for others, but maybe having conversations with Ben.
That's right. And she has enough money anyway.
Correct.
So all that contributing to that cancellation for J-Lo.
And we are just hours away from the start of hurricane season, and we want to make sure that you are prepared as possible, but it's important that you also listen. According to a recent study by AAA, 23% of all Floridians said they do not prepare for hurricane season at all. Who are you people? 27% of Floridians asked said they would ignore any orders to evacuate in the event of a storm, saying they would want to say, okay.
No, this way.
This way, God, I can't.
Sorry.
Justin, they said they wouldn't go anywhere.
We got the numbers.
They wouldn't know where to go, or they couldn't afford a hotel. Now can you guys see? There it is.
See it.
All right. So I can't anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, if you want to get ahead
of
this hurricane season, we have everything you need to get you and your family prepared no matter what hits us this hurricane season, even if I am blocking those all-important
There's a reason
numbers.
we're standing here. And it's,
And
you know, we
it's
got
to see the number.
We got to
and
see
I-
the number.
And I was blocking it.
If it was just words, I'd been,
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
stand in front of the words.
Sorry,
But
folks.
Anyway, get ready for hurricane season, folks. Just get it done. Get her done.
Yeah.
That leads us to the new 6 at 6:30 question of the day. How prepared are you for this hurricane season? You can weigh in at clickorlando.com/react. Just slide that gauge from not at all to extremely, or wherever you fall in between. And on average, folks have been telling us that they're working on it. It's still early. Again, make your voice heard at clickorlando.com/react.
Working on it. All right. Or if you have your phone handy, just open up your camera app, scan the QR code you see right there on your screen, and the link will take you directly to our poll. We would love to hear from you. And here are some of the trending stories right now over at clickorlando.com. Governor Ron DeSantis has received 10 more bills he is expected to sign into law. Among these, including changes to state public records law, state divorce laws, and how wills are handled in the state of Florida. He has until June 14th to sign or veto.
In Eustis, school zone cameras installed last month have caused police to issue more than 1,000 tickets due to speeders in those school zones. According to Eustis Police Chief, some drivers tore through the zones going, get this, more than 80 miles an hour. Wow. Anchor Eric Von Anken got a look into the program, and you can find that story on clickorlando.com.
And finally, passengers on a Spirit Airlines from Jamaica to Florida were told to prepare for a possible water landing because of a mechanical problem. The plane was able to safely get back to Jamaica, and passengers were able to get on another plane to get to Fort Lauderdale. They all landed safely. I don't know if I get back on a plane right after that. Find all of our top stories on the homepage of clickorlando.com. Even though hurricane season is on the way, there's no rain in our immediate future.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will have a look at your weekend forecast coming up right after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Hofeld. Coming up after the break, you're not going to believe this one. A text message con game that actually used our news director's name.
Can you confirm if you can get Visa cards at a nearby store?
That shows you it can happen to anyone. We'll have the full story after the break.
You're watching News 6 at 6:30 live on News 6 Plus. We're getting results in Palm Coast, Lady Lake, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
We tell you every day, schemes can happen to anyone. Well, imposters posing as our own news director, asking employees to get gift cards as part of a station rewards program.
That is bold. The Secret Service says it is more common than you think. News 6 investigator Mike Hofeld has the story.
So she had no idea this was going on.
No idea whatsoever.
That's Samara Kokinas, News 6 weekend evening meteorologist.
A high near 91 tomorrow with a few scattered showers.
Her forecast, always accurate, but she never could have predicted this.
And it said, "Hi, Samara, let me know if you get this text. Allison McGinley."
It was from Allison McGinley, our own News 6 news director, so she acknowledged the text.
They responded with, "Great. We will be compensating some of our staff for good work."
She was told not to mention it to anyone, and then...
The response was, actually, it kind of blew me away, honestly, because they said, "Can you confirm if you can get Visa cards at a nearby store?"
That's when she realized the text from the 208 area code was a little off. So she went to Allison's office.
And I said, yeah, you just text me from this number. It's a 208 number. Is this some new corporate phone that you have to use or something? She's like, that is not me.
That text reached roughly 20 people in the newsroom. The end game would be our money.
If it's something that someone doesn't normally ask you to do, it's a big red flag. Totally question it.
Special Agent in Charge Caroline O'Brien Buster of the U.S. Secret Service tells News 6 the gift card con game is one of the most common deceptions on the text message circuit.
Usually what happens is they'll ask you to take a picture of the back of the card that'll have the number on it, and they'll use all sorts of excuses like, hey, I just want to verify what you received. I want to verify that there's money on it, so just send me a picture of the back.
That's all the con men need.
So then they just take all the money out.
Is that an easy thing
No,
for
it's
them?
so easy.
Is it?
It's so easy.
And they're not going to just target one person. I think that's important as well.
It's never just one person. They're going to blanket several people, however many people they can find in that organization. Because it just takes one person to do it.
And they're in the money.
Yep.
Anytime a request for money or gift cards comes into play, it's a scheme. Samara didn't fall for it. None of us did.
And you know what this Allison didn't know, the fake Allison didn't know, is that I know Mike Holfeld and I know better.
Mike Holfeld getting results, News 6.
Oh, we all know better.
They picked the wrong station.
Yeah.
Not
today.
It's so funny. You sit in that newsroom, and any problem that somebody has when it comes to finances or someone trying to rip them off, they go straight to Mike. They go, "Can you make a call for me?"
Oh, okay. So I'm being serious. He has helped people in my neighborhood, and it's not even a story.
Yeah, we're not doing. He's just
like,
he's got
hey, I called the Secret Service.
I was venting online about my Costa Del Mar sunglasses.
Yeah.
And he's like, you didn't call me. I'm like, dude, let me vent about my sunglasses.
He's got to fix it.
Don't fix it, Dad.
Fix
Leave me
this
alone.
heat, Tom.
Let's
Fix
try.
this
Take a look
heat.
at what's happening right now on radar. We don't have any radar echoes ongoing. What we have is a little smoke plume bubbling down here through parts of Osceola County. You see it right here in Kissimmee. Well, not in Kissimmee, but way south of Kissimmee. Kissimmee's clear. But here's a smoke plume blowing some smoke now all the way across the turnpike. Big brush fire down there in a remote zone. Tropical outlook of the next 24 to 48 hours. What in the world? Come on now. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 waves are out there tonight. None of those expected to develop in the next 7 days. That's 2 thumbs up. Hurricane season starts in about 5 hours. Daytime high today in Orlando hit 92, 2 degrees above the norm. So another day to wrap out the month of May above normal. Downtown Orlando, light Orlando delivering Hope Cam. It's 86 degrees here. Daytona Beach at news time on the Daytona Toyota Deland Kia Cam. A few more little clouds are out there, but nothing of any significant note. It's 84 degrees in Daytona Beach. Temperatures on the immediate coast a little cooler than across the interior. So we have 80s here, 81 in the offshore buoy. So the ocean temperature is plenty warm. Across the interior tonight, 88 does at Claremont, Seaman, Leesburg. Wildwood 88, Ocala 88, and 86 again in Orlando. Wind speed and direction made a little bit of a difference for us today, didn't it? It did, by about 4 degrees. 15 to 16 mile per hour wind on the coast, 18 in Orlando. Satellite and radar together, there's your big ridge of high pressure. Now, as long as that high stays where it is, all this stuff back to the west cannot get to us. So our big ridge of high pressure is parked here like it's summertime. Big Bermuda high. Back out to the west, big rain here, west of Mobile, all the way up into the Tennessee Valley. Big storms up there, no storms here. A ridge of high pressure is parked. This low lifts up all the way into Missouri tomorrow with big storms through the Tennessee Valley to the Ohio Valley. And we sit here and just, well, I wouldn't say we bake tomorrow. We're going to be seasonal, but we are going to be nice and dry. So if you have outdoor plans this weekend, there's nothing to slow you down. Clouds and rain forecast tonight, clearing up. Onshore flow tomorrow. This much more cloud cover, a little more humidity, but overall it's a rain-free weekend all the way around till Sunday evening. Your low tonight is 72. Here is tomorrow.
Your forecast is sponsored by Florida Lottery.
By lunchtime tomorrow, 85. Daytime high, upper 80s. We'll call it 86 at 4 p.m. High tomorrow, 89. 91 on Sunday. Rain chances build to 30% by Tuesday.
Tom, thank you. A new ride at Disney is making a real splash.
New, not the right word. Upgraded, probably a better one, right? We're talking about the ride formerly known as Splash Mountain. We're going to give you a look at Tiana's Bayou Adventure when News 6 at 6:30 continues. We're back in 2 minutes.
Coming up Monday, the Rolling Stones head to Rock Camping World Stadium.
But that's also leading to a warning about big crowds and parking, what you need to know whether you'll be at the show or not.
We'll see you Monday for News 6 Mornings 5 to 7. You got to watch before you go.
Well, the construction walls are down and the new sign for Tiana's Bayou Adventure is shining bright at Disney's Magic Kingdom. We are now 4 weeks away from the attraction opening to park guests on June 28th, with pass holders getting to experience the ride a few weeks earlier.
All right, so leading up to the ride's official debut, Disney Parks giving us a peek inside the ride, showing the final scene where a new original song will play. It's called Special Spice. Look at these animatronics.
So
incredible. Good. That is, I'm so looking forward to this. So Tiana's Bayou Adventure, inspired by the 2009 animated Disney film, The Princess and the Frog. The ride takes the place of Splash Mountain. So you can say on top of all the new exciting attractions coming to Central Florida theme parks this year by signing up for the free In the Loop Theme Park Scoops newsletter. Get the biggest stories on the attractions all in one newsletter, hitting your inbox every Friday morning. You can sign up at clickorlando.com/newsletters. I'll never get over those animatronics.
No, they're so good. That was what I took my niece years ago when it first opened at 2009 for the movie, and it was the first time there was a black princess featured in a Disney movie. And I didn't see much of the movie because I just watched her face, which was so delightful for me. I mean, the entire time, just like eyes wide. Thank you so much for watching News 6 at 6:30. Stream News 6 online anytime on our News 6 Plus Smart TV app.
We break news on clickorlando.com. See you at 11. Take care.